Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Jonathan. Thank you guys for tuning into the episode this week. Just a forewarning, if you don't remember, last episode, which we put out 2 weeks ago, we talked about Star Wars, everything before Episode 7, and we were planning on kind of doing a spoiler discussion that we were going to tag on at the end of the episode, but we ended up talking about it so much that we just decided to go ahead and make it its own episode. So that's what this is. This is an episode that is very heavy on spoilers for Star Wars Episode 7, so if you have not seen it yet, you have been warned. Do not proceed to listen to this until you've watched the movie. Otherwise, feel free to listen, agree, disagree, whatever you want to do. Yep, that pretty much sums it up. All right, enjoy this episode.
Hailing from the Midwest region of the United States, we introduce to you the Chocolate Dollar Podcast.
Okay, one time I was in the kitchen working with my friend Bill, and it's actually Wyatt. And Wyatt was like, "Oh, I wonder if they can hear us outside the kitchen." She's like, "Just talk for a while." So I just started talking to myself while I'm doing the dishes, and he left, and I was just like 5 minutes past, and I'm like, "Okay, this is super awkward. Are you coming back yet?" Still talking to myself. Well, this is a really good conversation, actually. And then he comes back in, and I was like, "Finally! Oh my goodness!" He's like, "Oh, I forgot about that. I was doing something else out there." It's like, wow. So, and it's one of those things where I'm like working right in front of this window, but it's dark outside. So I always feel like people are just watching me, but I can't see them as I talk to myself for 5 minutes straight. Okay.
Chocolate dollar.
That's
how you got a girlfriend, Ed. She saw you talking to something. That guy's lonely. He needs help.
She called you after she saw that.
On the cell phone.
All right, so depending on...
It's still 2016!
Yeah, depending on how this episode goes, this will either be tacked on to the end of
It absolutely will not be tacked on.
We'll see.
I'm calling it right
I'm going to tack
now.
no on to the end of
We can make it a bet. You want to make it a wager?
On what? I'm not betting money.
Kylo Ren will return in the Avengers.
I'll hold the money.
Star Wars Episode 7.
Yay!
Spoiler time.
We love the movie.
Spoiler vomit. Yes.
Han
Good
Solo!
job, JJ. It was amazing. J.J.
Han
Abrams did
Solo!
wonderful. Did you guys see Han Solo's death coming?
Unfortunately, yes, because
How early?
somebody kind of spoiled it for me.
Who?
Well,
Okay. What devil decided to spoil that
Okay,
for you?
even before the movie came out, the trailers, I knew somebody was going to die.
I thought it was Chewbacca.
I thought it was going to be Chewie
Chewbacca
or
too.
Han. And then
I thought he was
somebody
gonna die
saw the
trying to
movie
escape.
before I did and said somebody that was supposed to die in the original trilogy
Oh, that's
dies.
way
And I was
too...
like, what the frick?
That's way too obvious.
Yeah, I was like, well, then it's Han.
Do you want to hear a horrible way that someone did it? Apparently, at my little sister's high school, somebody took their school newspaper. They took every copy of it and then put a little flyer in each one and said Han dies. And I'm like, okay.
That person deserves to be burned at the stake.
Yep. You ever heard of the Purge, bro? That's a thing now.
in California. On
really?
Opening night. No, I just got to tell the story.
Okay,
really
tell
quick.
the story and then...
On opening night, somebody came out, the very first showing, and said Han dies, gave out a spoiler, and he got beat up, hardcore.
I'm
beat
not
up.
surprised. Okay,
I would have
it.
joined
Really
in. I would have been like, you don't do that.
No.
just to cover it in case this happens to be a completely separate podcast episode, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ed. I'm Luke, actually. by
I'm
the way.
Noah, and Grant's not going to talk because it's Grant.
Okay, so Michael on League put that as his tag, and I got so mad at him.
No.
How did he see it before you? Didn't you go see it? Did you
saw
see
it
it
the
with
same
him?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was
he
just
was mad at
legitimately
him.
pissed because I'm
Oh,
like, you're gonna
yeah.
ruin it for somebody, and he put it on there, and then not even 5 minutes later, he changed it to Grant's really mad at me.
Did you tell him at all that you were mad? Or?
I was super pissed. I cussed in the Tyson's basement in front of 11-year-old.
Wow.
Wow.
It's all right. You did the right thing.
I
don't think I've ever seen
I
you
said
that
some very. I was very upset.
Mental
And then,
note, never spoil anything for Grant.
No, I didn't.
Or spoil it for anything else that Grant would. Don't piss Grant off.
Yeah,
essentially. It's
accurate.
I was really upset because I'm like, I was really upset.
It sucks because there's no way
And there's
to
Grant.
undo that.
There was Grant
too.
in the other
Right.
room.
It's once you know.
You're
okay.
oh, oops.
Well, there's Grant in the other room, and he's like, "Shut up! Don't spoil anything." 'Cause he hadn't seen it yet.
Right.
Yeah, I had a gut feeling the moment that
Also, the
he
title
shouted
for this.
Ben,
Oh.
and I was like,
I thought that was awesome that they named him Ben.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
but
he's literally ripped from the legends,
The
expanded
expanded universe.
yeah,
Obi-Wan.
yeah.
but
Of
it was
Han and Juicy.
but like from that moment I knew, but I refused to accept it until it happened. I was just like, no, don't you dare!
I mean,
I'm
he-
so mad.
He died in the most heroic Han Solo the way possible.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you're
they did
that,
it
if you're
really
gonna kill
well.
off Han Solo, that's how you kill off Han Solo.
I agree. That was that or in battle.
That, or you just say he died and you don't show him in the movie.
Even that, I don't think would have done it proper justice.
No.
Honestly.
I have to see.
No,
him,
there'd have to be
his
some sort of
sacrifice.
memorial or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
That'd
was
be it.
thinking
That'd-
like a Viking memorial where he's like burning in, kind of like
Open up
Qui-Gon
the
Jinn
movie.
and Darth Vader, But
Also,
okay,
if they're
yeah, the title for this needs to be spoilers. Like
The
just
spoilers?
If it's a
Episode
if
7
it's a
I gotta go
separate thing.
fix something.
Okay,
wow.
bye.
Oh yeah, true.
It only does that ever when you use it.
Okay,
Great.
wow, you guys are doing that.
Thank you,
nasty-
Noah, for
You're welcome.
sparing.
I got you.
We're not that type of podcast.
Okay, the only two things that I was just like, what is they're harvesting power from the sun, yet the whole planet's covered in snow. The other thing that I was kind of like,
never thought
what?
about that. I never
point.
thought about
That's
that.
a very
The
fair
other thing
point.
that I was kind of like, is like, you could have cut out a whole minute of her walking if you just parked the Millennium Falcon on the top.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
But it's
why?
all right. It was epic and it was cool. But
I never thought about the whole ice thing, but it always kind of like the only real science thing that ever tripped me up with Star Wars, and I blame Grant for this because he's the guy who points out like all the scientific flaws in movies for me. But the planet will, like, everyone and everything on a planet's gonna freeze if the sun isn't there.
Wow, that's a great point. Oh my
Not to-
dang it, no.
Not to mention, not to make it worse, but not to mention, going back to the original trilogy, you know the whole thing about like each planet has its own gravitational pull.
Science.
yeah, gravity's
Science
shot.
for
And
the
If
sun,
you
yeah.
destroy a planet, it throws the gravity of every other planet in the system or the universe for that matter off, and everything crashes. So,
Well, it's
but here's the
it's
thing:
a movie.
it's Star Wars, and
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
movie.
No, so
I can
you're
accept
saying that destroying the planet is
Hey,
gonna change
get on your microphone.
Get on your mic.
Get on your microphone.
Grab your
No.
chip and get on the mic.
Hot mic night, amateur
no,
Grant.
what were you saying? You're saying destroying the planet will throw off the gravity of everything.
Well, that's what you said. The sun.
Oh.
No, I don't think you're realizing the gravity of this.
This
So
is
the
how
thing
you
is
affected
that
me, Grant. I
The,
found out.
the hypothetical planet that sucked in the entire sun wasn't that very far off from the sun, hypothetically. So it wouldn't shift any orbit too much because the planet that absorbed absorbed the mass of the sun would have the mass of that planet then, and the sun.
I was going back
I mean,
to the
it just
original
doesn't-
trilogy,
it
though.
doesn't
I'm
make
pointing
a lot
out.
of sense. I mean,
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
well, and
not gonna
everything on the planet.
it's not going to
would've
throw
frozen
off
without
anything
the
on a
sun.
galactic scale.
well, it
too.
already was frozen.
And
apparently,
you know what
even though it's
really-
that close
yeah,
to the
but,
sun,
like,
That's
Ray
because
and
that's because it was
Finn
on the
would've,
that's because it was on the dark side. Okay, you think what side was facing the sun? The side that you're gonna fire or the side that you're collecting?
Oh, like Mercury. Mercury's like.
that's
freaking
that's
cold.
why it's cold on one side.
Gotcha. That
Okay,
makes sense. All right.
that's
I can take that.
I just wanted to point out the scientific things that I thought of, and I actually kind of felt
what
smart about.
was the
figuring out.
original one he said in the original trilogy? Blowing up?
When you blow up a planet, that's when I was talking about the mass.
Yeah,
of a
whatever.
planet
That's
being-
not spoilers.
Yeah.
Who cares? Nobody cares. About science.
So Han Solo dies.
Yeah.
he was
Spoiler
Chewbacca
alert.
gets injured.
he's better though.
Chewbacca was awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
Love having him back.
I had an interesting thought. The original guy who was in the Chewbacca suit,
He's old.
he's old, and he also has some health problems.
Mhm.
I'm really hoping that he's able to survive till 9.
And I don't mean to be the heartless person in this conversation, but he is the most replaceable character besides R2D2 and C3PO.
It's very true.
But I would really like that actor to
Right.
be,
Yeah.
be that actor.
It would,
I
it would just be kind of sad. Can you imagine if you're part of this huge saga
no,
Yeah.
it
and you
would.
die
It would
before
be
you
really.
see the conclusion of it?
It'd be really sad.
Yeah.
And but
It's kind of like, well, it's
It-
kind of with
Anthony,
yeah.
But Anthony Daniels for C3PO, you do kind of need the voice.
Yeah.
oh yes,
That makes
yes.
C3PO.
I mean, you could probably pull
I mean,
some
here's the
sound,
thing.
sound bite.
No, but if
stuff.
Well-
you have enough games with C3PO in it,
Uh-huh.
and like you could piece something.
Right. But I mean, bless you.
Wow.
You could
Goodness.
you could have Mark
cutting
Hamill.
that.
Huh?
You could have Mark Hamill.
He's a fantastic voice actor.
You know what I?
Mark
You know what I
Hamill
figured?
is Luke Skywalker and C3PO.
You know what I figured is that
Luke's
his
in it. He's not a bad guy, which I was going to be very upset if they made
And
And he's
doesn't
barely
talk-
in it
and
though.
he
He
doesn't
doesn't have
talk.
any lines.
Right.
and you know what I?
He's
you know
at
what
the
I
very
said?
end.
Right.
You know he is the second name on list on the I can't think what it's called, the
Credits?
which means he was the second most paid on the call
I
list.
thought that they
He was,
changed
he was the second most paid actor.
I
I
think
thought that they changed
He
that.
had to
I don't
be.
know if it's
Yeah, that's how it works
Han.
in the
Harrison
in
Ford
the credits or
definitely
whatever.
took all the money.
It's how the
Oh,
call
God,
order.
dude,
That's
That's just why they killed
that's
him.
what it is. That's what it is. The call order or whatever, or the credit order.
No, I think that they changed that because it was like that for the very first trailer or whatever it was, but then like
but that's
afterward,
usually
they were
how
like,
that works. Is
Right,
is naming lists on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that he?
I know
you
that
that's
him and Carrie
that's
Fisher.
That's why if you see weird posters where it goes this guy, and then that girl, but the names go the girl, the guy. That's what
Whatever.
because the girl was paid the
We're
most.
talking about
to,
spoilers, man.
no, I'm just saying that he was
I
he was,
know.
and he didn't say a single thing.
Yeah.
So my theory is that that's
He
his
did look
that's his
very epic,
acting
though.
fee. His voice acting fee is gonna be crazy
He did.
when he does his voice acting for Luke.
His invoice has two different things.
Or like for Joker.
Exactly.
Honestly, like he's a fan. Anyway, that's completely.
Did you see that thing that Carrie Fisher posted on Twitter or tweeted?
Yeah.
Carrie
like-
Fisher's kind of a loose cannon. What you do?
Well, okay,
Oh, she is super.
I think
yeah.
I'm remembering correctly that it was just like, I think she said, "Stop criticizing me for the way I aged. It
Yeah.
hurts all three of my feelings." And it's just like, okay, yeah. That's,
I mean, to
that's
be
awesome.
fair, she did not age well, but she, yeah. I mean, yeah.
To be
But
fair,
here's the thing. None of them really. I
But
mean,
it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
it does not matter.
You
It's
still know as
realistic.
Princess Leia.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
My little sister, my little
Yeah.
sister was pointing out how she thought it was a little awkward after watching, like 4, 5, 6, and all. Like, Han and Leia aren't exactly like "I love you" all the time. In fact, most of the time they're like scruffy looking and like
Yeah.
princess, excuse me, all this stuff, and like.
I thought
They
the way they
didn't
carried their
really-
relationship in 7 was beautiful.
I agree.
I thought it was.
I
good,
was not
too.
upset about it.
I
I've heard
liked
people
it
get
quite a
upset
bit.
about that and how it wasn't deep enough. And I'm like, that's exactly what it was.
But
And that's exactly how it should
and that's
be.
how Han is.
with
Han
it-
Yeah.
is
Why are you
not-
pointing at me, Ed?
He's not gonna stay in a relationship. He's not a commitment
No.
dude. That's,
No, and like,
that's what Han
and,
is.
okay, now,
And even when he was in the commitment, he ran away once. We both went back to what we knew.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
They lost,
Yeah.
when they lost their son. I mean, like.
and like, and this is gonna get a little trippy because I'm obviously a very strong supporter of marriage, and
Right.
I think if
I
you
think
have a
we all
kid,
are.
you need to be
Yeah.
married. But
This is.
I kind of liked
This
the
is
fact that
space.
it was kind of like, I mean, it was still Leia Organa. It wasn't Leia Solo.
Right.
So they didn't get married in the Star Wars universe, and to me that kind of added to it, because then that also kind of explains a little bit why Kylo Ren is messed up.
And
Yeah.
then again,
'Cause
you
his
don't
parents
even
aren't
know
together.
what marriage is in the Star Wars universe.
It- it could
But
be
Anakin
completely
and Padme
different.
get married.
Beyond
It's true.
what is traditional on Naboo.
True. I never thought about that. Well,
We don't know.
regardless, like the
doesn't
whole,
matter.
because I know that, like the whole thing of,
I think
I
it,
thought
would,
it was interesting.
it might have
Ed
been
was pointing
Grant
at
and
me. I
I.
want to know why.
Yeah, I was pointing at Grant because I don't know if it was you or the other guy I was sitting next to, my friend Wyatt. If we were like, oh, are they gonna have an old person kiss? Was that you or was that Wyatt?
That was Wyatt.
Okay, that was Wyatt. But we were just
That
like,
sounds like something
old
Wyatt would say.
person kiss, old
No.
person hug.
They hug,
Okay.
and that was sweet. I was okay with
Yeah.
that.
I was totally
Like,
fine with that.
yeah.
I think that speaks volumes of their relationship. Is that they were both hurting at the time, and it wasn't a romantic thing. Where we need
each other.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite part of the movie.
Oh.
The,
There's a few things to choose from.
TR8R traitor.
Oh,
Have you seen the gifs of that online?
No.
There's
What?
an entire subreddit
What is
called
this?
TR8R traitor,
Oh, really?
and it's hilarious. Go look it up. Just
That
Reddit.
one stormtrooper that
Yeah.
called him out and they had that
traitor.
that
And
was
so
cool.
he's so
I
he,
That was
so
cool.
he's been dubbed TR8R. That's his code. That's his code.
the
name.
the scenes when they are on that planet where Maz lives, that is my favorite like sequence of events, and that is my favorite. When the rebels, or
I'd agree with
not
that.
really the rebellion, but the resistance comes in.
That's gonna be the
Yeah.
hardest transition
Poe-
for me. Rebels to Resistance.
Yeah, well, it makes
Okay.
sense because
it makes
Rebels
sense- it
is
makes
fighting
sense in the
them,
entire
and
thing,
then
but no,
Resistance
just
is
like
resisting this flow
In
of
just
the
in just
First
like
Order
a
coming
like
in.
Yeah.
just a talking sense.
Kinda-
Right. Yeah, I agree. But like when
Poe Dameron.
Yes.
Poe.
Poe,
Freaking
they,
Dameron.
they need to bring him in way more in episode 8.
Oh, yeah.
I did not get enough Poe. I
You know
love
what more
Oscar
Poe.
Isaac.
Actually, you know
He's
what my
a
favorite.
fantastic
You know
actor.
what my favorite scene was?
What?
Who's
The,
gonna talk? You
'cause-
gonna talk or like the talk?
That was hilarious.
that was pure Han Solo, like channeling Han Solo, like original, like
I'm-
cocky kind of
right.
like.
Yeah.
Because like
I think it was a little different though.
that was good though.
I
My
loved it.
favorite scene was because it's the right thing to do, and then the half a second of you need a pilot.
don't
Yeah,
you?
I
need
need
a
a
pilot.
pilot.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
was,
Finn-
That was some of the best.
Did you like
was-
Finn?
I love Finn.
I did too.
All of the new characters I love.
Oh yeah, exactly.
especially Rey. I love you.
That doesn't
Daisy
surprise
Ridley.
me.
Like
She's like
Yes.
4 years older than us.
I don't
That's
care.
not technically out of our range.
I don't care. Yeah. I mean,
Wait, does that give away our age?
no.
I'm 30.
But
Yeah, we're 27. We're 4 years older.
Buckle up.
But yeah, I heard somebody say that like Finn was this trilogy's this trilogy's Jar Jar Binks.
Whoa.
Exactly. See, and I kind of looked at him and I was like,
no.
dude, I agree to disagree,
No. not
but
at
no,
all.
like
he had
he's-
so
No.
much development.
yeah.
So much
And here's the thing,
development.
like he wasn't the
Hated?
funny buffoon.
No.
He was the funny black guy. Like he fit that.
No, but true.
Role
Like,
very
Even
well.
that wasn't typecast. I mean,
No,
that was-
no.
not at all.
I'm just saying, like that's kind of what like it
He
become of
he
it. Like
started
he had a very
as a stormtrooper.
He reminded
and then
me
he
of-
was completely cowardly in the middle, and then afterward he was heroic, and he came back to rescue Rey.
I want to clarify when I say he was the funny black guy. I didn't see him as just
No,
that,
no,
but like
I know what you mean.
if you're gonna make a comparison, like to
That's
Jar Jar Binks,
racist.
Right.
that's not what I
Because
mean.
I'm talking about Jar Jar.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
you can't be, you got Gungans. You can't
Anti
under-
Gungan, but
Yeah.
no, yeah, he, but like I loved his humor too.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing this for?
Yeah.
What are you,
I'm trying to
what
make
are
a plan
you Trying to
here.
make a plan.
Yeah.
I can't make a.
So, do you know? Do you know?
Do you have a garbage chute? Trash compactor.
That was my
we got
favorite
that.
smirk. That was my favorite smirk in almost all of Cinea.
Oh.
Cinema.
That was one of
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
only complaints was Captain Phasma didn't do squat. in that
She's
movie.
gonna-
She's the
gonna-
Boba Fett of this trilogy.
She's gonna be an 8. They said that
Will
they,
she?
they said she's gonna have a stronger role in 8.
Okay, good.
And
Because
she's,
she was just
she's
kinda
confirmed
there.
for 8. She's confirmed.
Yeah, I
for
thought
8.
she was kind of weird.
Yeah, you know, because Boba Fett is
Dude,
also
actually,
a char-
dude, she
Boba
is-
Not
Fett,
Bubba.
the Fett
Boba.
character.
No,
the
you know
bounty
what?
hunter.
Boba.
You know what?
Boba.
You
Fett.
know what? She was Boba Fett.
But you know how, like, I mean, he's this awesome character that's a part of the lore,
Mhm.
and everybody loves him. Doesn't do squat in the trilogy. I mean,
Tracks down a ship.
yeah. I mean, Jango Fett does
Transports-
more than he
trans-
does.
Transports a prisoner.
But he's this awesome
Dies.
character.
Well, did he though?
Right
Star
now
Wars
in the
FedEx
he comes
right
man.
back.
No,
With a gun.
right.
Bang, bang.
Okay, so in Legends, yes, he did survive.
Right.
In the current one, he is in the Sarlacc pit.
Right.
There's nothing to say he's not in the Sarlacc pit, unless they do something
But
or
if you're
other
digested for 1,000 years.
in the next, the one in between. What did you call them? The orthogonal.
Anthology.
Whatever.
That one.
The first one's Rogue
Rogue
One,
One, which
a
I'm-
Star Wars story.
I am so excited for that because it's gonna be heist, but that's not what we're talking about. We're
Yeah.
talking about spoilers.
Yeah. This is the first time Noah's kept us on track.
I'm
with stuff.
trying,
Ray's
guys.
hot.
Yeah, Ray is. Okay,
You can stop
Padme,
there, Jonathan.
Padme, Leia, Ray.
Freaking Ray, are
Okay,
you kidding
I was gonna
me?
say I wanted to see what you guys.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray
Ed?
Finn Ray.
Yeah, probably.
She was. Not only was Daisy Ridley phenomenal at acting
For
in
being
that role,
a no name.
yeah, she's straight out
she
of nowhere.
she
This is
wasn't
her
even
first
a
movie.
Star Wars.
Is it her first
junkie.
actual movie, or
This
has
is
she
her
has
first
she
movie.
has she done movies?
Yes, this is her
has she
first
done
movie.
any like she's done acting before? What has she done before? Do you know?
I don't think anything.
Well, I think she was.
Who cares? That's not what we're talking about.
I think
Okay, fair
that's what
enough.
they were going. I think that's what they were going for, though.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Well, and that's
Well,
what
there's
all Star
no,
Wars
the
has
guy
always
who
done.
played Finn, which I can't remember his name, but he's British.
John
He's-
Boyega.
Yeah.
He's done other stuff before.
hmm And so is Oscar Isaac has done quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to
Is
be
that Poe?
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going to be Apocalypse in the new X-Men.
Oh, he is?
Yes, yes. But
Is he gonna
I'm-
shave his head?
he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
Because that those locks on Apocalypse was not gonna work.
the movie was phenomenal. I love the new actors, the new characters, and I wish that they did more new stuff. I wish that they used Poe more.
Yeah.
I wish that they
But
Yeah.
like,
Aren't so heavy on mirroring 4. But other than that,
but
it
8 and
was
9 are
amazing.
going to be a lot different.
They better
Hopefully, according
They
to
better
stuff
be.
that people have said. But yeah, no. I like that Kylo Ren. He kind of had
Love
a Darth Vader complex to a point where like when that guy comes in and he's gonna tell him that BB-8 got away.
Yeah.
Which BB-8,
What girl? He just grabs him.
yeah, and he like, well, but
BB-8
before
was
that,
amazing.
yeah, but
I
before,
love BB.
yeah, we'll get to BB-8 in a second. But
Best
before,
Amen.
before,
Never forget.
he sucks the guy to like a chokehold.
Yeah.
He tells him the droid got away. He kind of has like a little 3-year-old temper tantrum and destroys
And
the
I
console.
love that.
I love that
That's
too because
what-
he's a lot more
that's
unpredictable.
what Anakin should have been in terms of being angry, pissy, like
Yeah.
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even in episode 4, Luke is kind of that way. He's like, but I wanted to go to Tashi Station later.
Yeah.
3PO, where could he be? He's, kind of
Dude,
a whiny
in a
teenager.
sense, like the real difference is, yeah, he's a whiny teenager, but they cut that off right away with, Uncle
Yeah.
Owen dying. And so like that was the moment of like, okay, he's gonna grow up as a character
Yes.
right away, which makes sense. But
Which was good for
and then
the
if we're
Star
gonna,
Wars.
and then if
actor.
we're gonna talk about acting, it didn't really feel like their death meant anything, but it did in a story sense.
But we
of
can
turning
use
it
our
into-
imagination as Star Wars fans.
Let's be honest, they're farmers,
Okay,
and the
so-
whole planet is covered in sand. They were gonna die eventually.
They're
Can
moist.
I just
They're
point that out?
farming. They're farming moisture. They are farming
From-
water
Yeah.
out of a desert.
The moisture evaporators.
Do you
to answer
speak?
your question,
Moisture.
favorite moment in the movie when BB-8 gives Finn a thumbs up with the lighter.
Dude, I have a gif of that.
Okay, so
You should send it to me.
but I don't think I really answered. I really like that scene
Oh yeah,
where
Maz's.
the resistance fighters come in and Poe is just tearing through the TIE
Kicking
fighters,
butt.
and it's kind of that whole one simultaneous
Yeah.
shot. You see, and
Yeah.
then you go
It
down
was-
to Finn fighting, and then you go back up to Poe, and then you go down to Finn, and he goes, "Look at that fighter! That is one kick butt fighter!"
Yeah.
And you're
verbatim.
yeah, and you're just like, "That's amazing!
Yeah.
That's awesome!"
That
I
was
kind of
perfect.
feel
That-
like he
that had this-
overshadows any other pilot.
Yeah,
in
and
the
that's
Star
the
Wars
point
universe.
because he is the best
pilot.
fighter that they have.
Dude,
He's
it was-
amazing.
That scene energy for me mirrored the I feel like is the most forgotten scene that people don't think about is the TIE fighter escape.
Yes,
Dude,
that
I
was
think
an amazing
the energy in that scene I think was a really fun scene.
Oh,
and it
you
was
mean
still
the
funny.
when Rey handled the Millennium Falcon like a pro?
No.
No,
Or the I'm gonna
when
call you Finn part.
and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Finn
yeah,
and-
yeah, no, yeah.
It's like
that.
the most-
Yeah.
leave.
It's
Yeah.
like one of the,
The first
few
time
scenes
you've
that
ever-
people it's like people kind of forget about, and I forget about it most of the time too. Like in terms of like an action scene.
I
Yeah,
never.
Because it's not the longest action scene, it's not the most high energy, but I feel like the pacing and even the conversation during it
Yeah.
was perfect.
Yes.
It was great.
perfect.
I never thought of a TIE fighter holding 2 people before.
That's because
A
that's a
gunner
new
and a
design,
pilot.
It is a new design. Yeah.
I got you now.
and you can see that in the Legos they're trying to sell for $100.
Yeah,
Grant
screw
knows
that.
this. We went to Target
And I
yesterday.
depressingly looked at it. I didn't want that one. I wanted Poe's X-wing, and they didn't have that.
But yeah, the TIE fighter escape. But when Rey handled the Millennium Falcon,
For the first
the
time,
Millennium
that was
Falcon reveal in the
that-
first place was
Oh
epic.
yeah, not that hunk of garbage. I thought that was hilarious.
I mean,
Quadruple
like
I mean,
Mona
almost
Sway.
every character, except for Obi-Wan, Chewie, and
Han.
Han, have called the Millennium Falcon a piece of junk.
piece of
forever.
junk. Yeah,
And so it makes sense, and it's funny.
and so
Yeah.
I guess in the Star Wars universe, it looks like a piece of crap.
Yeah.
You know,
And okay,
but I don't care. It's awesome. It's the
Well,
Millennium
it's
Falcon.
asymmetric.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. I will say one thing. My dad always brings this up whenever I'm talking about like how cool Star Wars is. He says that Star Wars was the first movie to introduce a used space, where all the other movies beforehand was just like space. Everything is new. Everything is shiny.
Well, that
Everything
makes-
is
that's
flying
interesting, yeah.
saucers.
Huh.
And then in Star
Yeah.
Wars, it's like this is a piece of crap. I have to hit it once to get everything going.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
And-
Theo.
Yeah. I'm not talking about my car. But I
you mean go
didn't realize how much I like that too.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just
Oh, like the kind of worn shoes feel.
Yeah.
But both action sequences, the TIE fighter and then the Millennium Falcon, they both do really well to develop the characters while they're
Oh yeah,
Oh,
something,
yeah.
something else
Yeah.
is going on
Being action.
besides.
That's
that's-
one thing I think J.J.
besides the-
Abrams
you-
does a fantastic
and
job
that's one
with.
thing
The
that
intro of
the
episode
prequels
3
did not do.
the intro of episode 3 didn't do anything.
Nope.
I mean, it was cool.
It was cool.
And it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite flight scenes in
Those-
a movie.
That was
It was
awesome.
definitely the best.
Except for maybe like Pearl Harbor or something. Like
It was the
that.
best
Yeah.
start off of any of the prequel movies.
But like, there wasn't really
That-
anything, any character
That is
stuff in
not
that
hard
other
to
than
beat.
Obi-Wan
That
just
is
whipping.
not hard to beat at all.
What?
The best opening of the prequels. That's not a
No.
hard
I know.
thing.
The opening of the episode 1. I've got a bad feeling about this. They're on like the train.
Droidicas.
That was, it was terrible.
We're not talking about that. That was the
Nope.
previous episode. But yeah, the Millennium Falcon scene.
I like
I
how
don't know.
Rey and Han kind of geeked out, but like
yeah,
it
that was
geeked out
really
about
cool.
Yeah,
And she's like, I bypassed the
I
co-
bypassed the compressor.
yeah. And he was like, huh.
Huh.
Because I don't know.
It was
That
so
scene, that
cool.
scene was like, I'm like, dude, do you mean you bypassed the compressor or you just ripped out the alarm? I'm not really sure what you actually did.
No, and then also I'm so excited to see what they do with Snoke and Kylo Ren and also the Knights of
Oh,
Ren.
That's what.
Yeah,
I
because
was
there's a whole group of them.
Yeah, you have
Which
no
which
idea what is going on
which
with
I
them.
would believe that either Snoke trained and put Kylo in charge of, or
Mhm.
Kylo Ren trained all of them.
Oh, real
Either
quick,
way, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting group.
What were you gonna say, Ed?
I was just gonna say on Snoke, I was kind of disappointed that it's just like, okay, they threw this guy in there, and I'm like, okay, he seems like the Emperor. I don't know who he is at all. I didn't get any background. However, watching Episode 5 again, they just throw the the Emperor in there,
Yeah.
and there's no like background for that, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can accept this. I mean, it's just like the other one.
Yeah, and another
Okay.
another thing, this is just gonna be the dynamic of the future movies is that, okay, so original was pretty even in terms of Sith and Jedi. Okay,
Yep.
Mm.
the prequels was really heavy-handedly on the Jedi, and these
Right.
new ones it's actually flipped. There's gonna be more dark
It
side
seems
Yeah.
like, yeah.
because there's the whole Knights of Ren, and then there's
I
and,
do.
and there's Rey and Luke.
Yeah, the one thing that I want to see
And so I
more
like-
of
like
in
the-
this trilogy, like, I mean, in all the Star Wars movies, you always have,
I want to see more lightsaber fights.
you always see like it is obviously dark side versus the Jedi, or what do you
It's
even,
the
do you
dark
call it the light
versus the
side?
light,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the dark versus the light, but at the same, I
Good versus evil.
yeah, but it's just kind of like I want to see more.
I want to see the development of a character in the dark side, which I think
I
Kylo
agree.
Ren is
Yeah.
a good
I-
fit.
I want to see.
Completely
But-
agree. Yeah.
I want
I-
to see the
I
new
feel like-
generation of Jedi brought up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very stotoked for that because it's a very grassroots new. I don't know.
I
it's just-
don't want episode
It's
8
gonna be
to
Rey
s-
carrying Luke on his back to his flips.
I don't want episode 8 to pick off right where episode 7 left off. I want there to be a time gap. You know what I'm saying? Because if
It's
if
gonna
it picks
be-
off, if it picks up
Yeah.
right where it left off, then why did you show us Luke at the end?
Do you want me to
of it? There's
predict?
no
Do you want me
point,
to
you know?
predict something that can be completely wrong, but I think it's predictable enough?
What?
I think episode 8 starts with Kylo Ren or some Emperor ship going. I said Emperor. Some
Supreme Leader.
some Snoke
First
ship
Order.
for some First Order ship going to the planet, like going towards the planet that Luke and them are on. That's what I see the intro
Or at
being.
least talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, like debates, you know, like
yeah.
Or
like trade debates.
yeah.
And then they're gonna make a clone army,
Um,
and then
Okay.
they're gonna cut off all of
so
Rey's appendages. And
did we
put
all
her in a
answer
suit.
favorite moment?
Ed didn't.
Oh.
My favorite. I don't think I really mentioned it, but
Did you?
I
Yeah,
think the
have
TIE
Grant.
Fighter escape, not the
Yeah.
Rey one. The
Yeah.
the,
No, I
the
yeah.
Finn
I know
one.
what
That
you're saying
is-
when you say TIE Fighter escape. Now,
What did
Because-
you say, Jonathan? Was your favorite?
BB-8's thumbs up.
Right.
Second favorite was probably Rey getting the lightsaber.
That was really cool.
Wait, like her picking
Or
up
no,
the
no, no,
lightsaber
sorry.
or using the lightsaber.
Third favorite moment, Rey using the lightsaber.
Okay.
Second favorite moment was the Millennium Falcon thing with
That was really
when
cool,
Daisy
too.
when Rey took the.
When Daisy, she's actually
Daisy
actually
Ridley.
lazy.
Anyway,
Thanks, man.
so.
Okay, I don't know if this was my favorite part, but one part that I really did think was funny was when, what's his name? Finn was just like, "No, it's all right. We can do it. We'll use the Force."
Yeah. And then Han's like,
then
that's
Han-
not
that's
not how the
Force
Force
works."
works.
Okay,
That
which
was
is funny.
amazing.
Which is funny because in the
Oh, you're
Battlefront
cool.
games, what's his name? It's a trap.
Admiral
Akbar.
Akbar.
Admiral Akbar is always
I
like.
love that they brought him back in for
I know.
episode 7.
It's so
It's a
good.
trap.
No, but in the Battlefront games, he's always like, "The Force is with us," and I'm like, "It is."
I don't know.
What's he talking about?
Oh, when Han Solo says, women, or you have a bigger problem, women
Yeah,
always
they
find
always
out.
Okay,
find out,
you want me
yeah.
to tell you something?
Always.
So Han knew that he was a stormtrooper right away because the only thing that Finn never changed in his outfit was his boots.
Really?
Stormtrooper boots.
Yeah, thinking about it. Well, he never took on like all the under stuff either, but the boots are
The
most
boots
noticeable.
were always what he was wearing. That's and okay, so what I pulled up on Reddit, and I'm not going to read the entire thing, but it's a supposed
This is gonna be
Yeah,
a new
it'll be
episode.
no, it's a supposed Force Awakens early draft script leaked information, and apparently in there was a scene when Han Solo confronts him about who he actually is, and and Finn is like, no, and then like eventually he's like, I know, kid, look at your boots, and that so it is an actual thing.
Okay.
And so, but here's the thing, this is on Reddit, so this could be anybody that's like, I'm gonna make stuff up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me.
it seems pretty legit. It seems pretty
Yeah,
legit
yeah.
because all the story stuff that they go through would fit in a movie. But then again, you could come up with anything to fit in a movie if you're smart. But I think that's how Han knew, if anything.
My brother's theory is that Jar Jar Binks becomes Snoke.
No. Jar Jar Binks is Luke Skywalker.
Jar Jar Binks is Rey.
Darth Binks.
Anyways.
Ray is actually
Okay.
Ray for parentage. It's Jar Jar
Jar Binks.
Binks'
Wait,
niece's.
no, it's Jar Jar
daughter.
Binks and Jar Jar Binks. Just he
Who do
procreated.
you guys-
He's asexual.
Yeah,
you
how do you guys?
procreate
How do you guys?
Rey.
Who do you think Ray is?
I don't want to know, and I don't want to think about
Luke
it.
and
right
Leia's daughter. Oh,
Shut
yuck.
up.
Okay, so the one that makes we're just gonna talk through all of them. The one that makes the most sense is obviously that she is Luke's daughter.
Which-
somehow,
I don't want that to be.
I mean, it makes sense because the
It's-
lightsaber's
but
being
it's
passed
so
I
down.
think that's what
easy
they
and
want you to
lazy.
believe.
It's so
Maybe
lazy.
It is
It
true.
is.
It's so
He's-
lazy.
which wouldn't make sense for Abrams.
Yeah.
But
he's
it's a
he's-
collaboration. It's not just him. It's so many other people. And
Yeah,
that's why I
but
think
But
it
it's
would
also the
work.
fact that
like-
Luke
I
Skywalker
feel like
is
he'd
so
put his
freaking
hand-
dedicated to becoming a Jedi. I
I
honestly
agree.
doubt
I think
that
he is tunnel visioned
he
on
created-
being a Jedi
yeah.
and
I
finding
mean,
more
did
Jedi
you
stuff.
see
Even-
some
even
of
though
those
we're-
slave
even though we're-
girls in Jabba's palace?
Oh my
Even though we're
gosh.
pretty
The
caught up
one
with
that was
like.
singing. Yeah.
Okay. Even though we're pretty caught up with like if Luke would be the father, I wonder if they could play off something like who's the mother, and then that would be the like.
and then they
Oh.
introduced Mara Jade.
No. No.
Okay,
Scarlett Johansson.
So my not really my theory. Somebody's theory out there on the internet is that it could be someone in Obi-Wan's lineage, and Noah hates this
I don't
idea.
know.
Which I mean, I'm not all for it, but it makes sense because Obi-Wan talks in her vision and stuff, and all this stuff, and
But so does Yoda, and there's
so does
Darth
Yoda.
Vader.
Yes.
And
but I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
I want her to just be a brand new character.
Yeah, I've told all you guys this, so I'm sorry if it sounds repetitive to you, but I'm doing this for the recording of the podcast.
we know. Go ahead.
I think that I think that well, they gotta know. I think that Rey is just a nobody. I think Rey is just a
I
nobody.
think you're just
she
a
probably
nobody.
she has importance somewhere in the galaxy, but I think it's like the whole thing about Luke Skywalker's lightsaber flying to her, blah 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 blah. I think it's just the Force, which is Star Wars' all-knowing entity, chose Rey to be the next Jedi. So it's like you're gonna get this Excalibur-like weapon in the Star Wars universe.
I
So-
mean, look at it like this. That lightsaber was the one that killed all the little children. And
Oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
why do you gotta ruin it?
Wait,
It's okay, so episode 2 lightsabers, his original lightsaber was destroyed.
Yep.
Then we go to episode 3 and he has the lightsaber, and that's the lightsaber. The reason you know that is because the episode 2 lightsaber has a belt, like circle ring that hooks on, and in episode 3 lightsaber has the belt hook on the end, which is the same one that you see in 4, and so that's why they made it all match.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan picks it up after he beats him on Mustafar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
and then Maz somehow gets it after.
But
Luke
it
loses
got
in
was
Cloud City.
yeah, it was lost in Cloud City.
so
which
that's
I'm
that's
like,
the lightsaber.
But
okay,
but
so
they cover that.
but what
when
good
Luke,
has
when
this?
Han
What good does
asks-
this lightsaber actually have, though? A normal Jedi lightsaber should be like more of a peaceful thing if you think about it.
Yeah.
When this lightsaber was created during wartime,
Yep.
used exclusively in a war, and then used to murder a lot of small children, and then most of the Jedi Order that was there,
Yeah.
and then lost in a fight to the Master while getting destroyed, and then given to Luke, which Luke did some stuff with it, but mostly good. But then he got his hand chopped off before he was even technically a Jedi.
Yeah.
And then it was found by somebody, and then it was found by Maz, and
I
then it was
think-
found by Rey.
I think it's the idea that it's
It's the
just
idea of
kind
the
a-
lineage.
it's
That's
the
I think
lineage
that's
heirloom.
I think that's the only thing that sells it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's why I think she has to be a Skywalker.
I was
Even though
really
it's-
confused why they didn't find it, but then when I watched it a second time and Maz says something about after Han asks where'd you get it,
It's a story
it's
for
a-
another time.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
That's more money.
Really lazy.
That's more money that I
agree,
want to
but-
make later.
Yeah.
I thought
My
that
uncle-
was, I
my
thought
uncle
that was
who-
all right though.
My
because
uncle, who really
I didn't
loves
mind
movies
that.
and breaks down movies, like
Mhm.
that's what he does.
I agree with you.
He
It's like, I
he
don't really
felt
care
that
where
that
it
was
came from.
the biggest drawback in the not the biggest, but one of the biggest drawbacks in the entire movie, that they were just like, that's another story for another time. No, you got that's if the lightsaber is going to be such an important thing in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
In this episode, it's such an important aspect. You give it a paperweight of a backstory.
I feel like it would have been weird to just kind of jam a backstory.
would
in there
have,
for
but-
finding the lightsaber.
but
and I wouldn't be
it-
surprised if they actually addressed it.
she could
They
have.
probably will.
I hope they. Well, I wouldn't be surprised
She
if they
could.
don't, but I
Okay.
wouldn't be surprised.
You
if
know what they
would.
should have done? They should have teased it in a different way instead of different story. She should have been like, I have my ways, or it found its way
'Cause
to me.
She's
That
a
would've
1,000-year-old.
been
You know,
like,
that would've been,
she-
like, Force stuff,
something
yeah.
something like that's mysterious instead
Okay.
of like another time when I want to make more money on a video
eBay.
game that I'm gonna sell.
Right.
So since we're kind of sort of talking about Maz, first of all, what did you guys think about the character?
Love her.
I agree.
I think she's pretty cool. And then in the little thingy majigger that I have here on Reddit, they say one of the things that was cut was, you know how they all emerged out of the basement of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
collapsed structure. In the cut stuff, apparently there's a scene of her using the Force holding up the roof above them.
But in the movie,
She
In the
knows
movie,
the
that's
says- Yeah, in the
Yeah.
movie, she says, "I don't use."
I'm
the
not.
Force.
I'm not a Jedi, but I know the Force. And
Right,
then
that's what
that's
she
when they
says, yeah.
kind of used it because like every generation of Star Wars movies has to have an explanation of what is the Force.
Yeah, no,
Right.
no, but
But
in the cut script,
like this
which is,
better
of
than
course
the
doesn't
Midichlorians.
really count for this, but in the cut script they show her using the Force to have them not die underneath rubble. But that's
All
about
right,
it.
since this is a new episode, let's talk about something else. Because as much as we love Star Wars and we can talk about this all day, we got to talk
Yeah.
about something else.
Yeah. Bottom line.
Are we gonna play Borderlands tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. Bottom line. Star Wars Episode 7, really good. Go see it.
Wait, I thought this
That-
was just like an extra little loop loop.
No, it's
It
too
was
long.
until we
No,
made it
it's
like
an extra little loop loop that's its own episode. That is just kind of like here's our spoilers episode. It can be short.
Yeah.
No, because I want to talk about more stuff.
Okay, well, fine. Talk
I'm gonna take advantage of this because
so
Yeah.
spoilers plus Noah.
Yay!
Star Wars spoilers plus
I
Noah.
want to talk about upcoming stuff for 2016, like games, because you just brought up Borderlands, and the people that made Borderlands, Gearbox, are making a new game called Battleborn, and it looks freaking cool.
I've heard that name. I don't know anything about it.
It's similar to
'Cause I remember seeing it
Borderlands
on the
in that
list.
it's like the FPS RPG thing. Like
Are they
you
gonna
can-
get the same art style probably? Because
No, it's a little different.
Okay.
But they also threw
they're
in a little.
accidental art style.
They have the campaign, but they also have a multiplayer for Battleborn, and that one of the modes for it is kind of like a MOBA. It's like a first person, not a little different from Smite because it's a shooter at its core, but like it does have those MOBA elements where like you have to destroy certain towers and there are minions coming out.
So
and
first
stuff.
person League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm.
First person Smite, but it's a shooter. But like it has a campaign and it has other multiplayer modes, like the normal, I think, team deathmatch stuff. But it looks really good
so
in that there
comfortable
are
right now.
25 unique characters, and each mission you would pick a character that you use of those 25, and then you level up that character just for that certain mission.
Okay.
And it looks really cool. That's one of the games I'm looking forward to. I don't know. What are some games that you guys are looking forward to this next year?
Recore
Recore looks fantastic.
looks beautiful.
It's
no idea what that
amazing.
is.
It's from the
The
people
one with the
that-
robots.
Yeah, all we have seen is a trailer for it.
Yeah. Which
No gameplay, no nothing.
okay, and another game. I'm not sure if it's out yet because I kind of lost touch with it when I first saw the trailer.
Division.
Yes,
I
really am looking forward
The
to
Division, yes, but Overwatch.
that. Overwatch is coming out this next
I
year.
mean, it's
too.
based Blizzard's
no, I've
Team Fortress
seen a lot of
2.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of stuff with Overwatch. It seems like a really interesting game, and it's a nice
Mhm.
first-person shooter with a lot of different elements.
Mhm.
But they're moving away from pretty much their free-to-play stuff. in a sense that
Blizzard.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
so that makes me a little hopeful that the content of this is going to be not completely driven by microtransactions of something.
And
Yeah.
I am really tired of games
then
that are
again-
strictly multiplayer. Like Battlefront
Me
was
too.
strictly multiplayer.
I
I'm
want
obs-
games
I'm-
that I can play with my friends, but at the same time, I want something that I'm
I
also
want
going to get
something
a
that
story
has
out of.
replay value, and I want something
Yeah.
that also has something I can kind of do on my own and stuff like that. But like,
Yeah, and I'm kind of tired of getting my butt kicked on it.
I
on
want
Xbox
I want a
Live.
Lego Star Wars games again.
Although I've been doing pretty
Oh,
good at
those were awesome.
Battlefront. I've been
yeah,
I'd
not.
say that was
doing
my
terrible.
favorite part about Battlefront was that it was like I never had to worry about
Let's
how good
wreck some
other people
NPCs.
were at.
but I don't know. Battlefront, it was just it wasn't a $60 game.
Oh, I'm talking about the first Battlefront.
Oh,
Sorry
he's
about
talking
that.
about two.
Yeah,
He's
the-
talking about
okay,
both. He's
yeah,
talking
the
about two.
original
One
ones.
and two.
Yeah, I agree. What else is coming out this next year?
Yeah, the only one I really know is
Uncharted
The
4.
Division.
Well, I
I'm excited
don't
for
have a
Uncharted
PS4.
4.
You mean
I
the,
like Uncharted.
You mean the next Uncharted movie?
There's nothing wrong.
No, the
with that.
There is nothing
Stop
wrong with
kicking
that.
my mic. Sorry. No,
Um,
the Uncharted movies are just the best
They're pretty
cinema.
great. They're pretty great.
No, they are the same
the
level of quality. This was leaking. That's just great. They're the same level of quality of the last
Last
Last of Us. Yeah.
the creative director of Uncharted 4 in an interview has stated that they wanted
Love
to make
seeing
Uncharted
this
4 a
story.
playable movie.
Which is what most of the Uncharted
Yeah.
games have been.
I, honestly, that's probably my favorite part of the Uncharted games is that, I mean, it feels like a movie, which being a movie fan
Right.
that I am, I love that. But then it also adds that extra immersive element in the sense that I'm controlling the character.
Mhm.
Like,
I do have to say
that's why I
that
like Mass Effect and stuff too.
they're
It wasn't-
gonna have
Mass
to-
Effect's coming out this
they
year,
have
too.
to
Mass Effect
they
and
have to
Outcast, that's
leave
right.
it.
Yeah.
They have to. Here's what they have to do for Uncharted. They have to make their cutscenes better and their gameplay better. They can't do the reverse of what Beyond Two Souls did, which was cut their gameplay and make their cutscenes better. Because
press this button, press that button. There you go.
yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the story of Beyond, but
Yeah.
I mean that was it. I could have watched it and been happy with it instead of renting it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Just watch the playthroughs.
Yeah,
on-
exactly. That's what you should. I mean,
Yeah.
game's not.
But at
worth-
the same time, like I don't know, I liked Uncharted because it felt like I was kind of the modern day Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Dun,
So-
dun, dun, dun. Do you think they're gonna squeeze out another Indiana Jones movie with Harrison Ford? Because
They're
you know
No.
going
money.
to try to, but
They're gonna
don't
try to,
think
but I
it's
don't think they're
gonna
going
it's
to.
gonna is it gonna be the same thing where Will Smith's like, I want like $30 million to do Independence Day, and they're like, we're gonna do Independence Day without you.
he's dead.
Like, you know
okay,
they
so
wrote two
movies.
scripts for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
The
movies
Will
coming
Smith
out
and
for
the
that.
non-Will Smith.
Yeah.
Is movies coming out? X-Men Apocalypse.
Awesome. Deadpool.
I'm sorry
I knew you guys were gonna say Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Star Wars, Rogue One, a Star Wars movie.
I think
or
we're all
story.
really excited for that.
Civil War.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I have to
yeah,
say-
duh.
I have to say that
Good.
in terms of best trailers for a movie, I think Civil War is up there. No, I'm not definitely not putting it in a top position,
Right.
but it is probably one of the best teaser without giving away spoilers.
Okay,
Yeah.
Unlike Batman, Superman.
I have something to say after you guys are done talking about this.
Like the
Oh.
the movie looks
Hi.
Hold on one second. Where were we?
Rogue
Jonathan's
One.
mom's awesome.
Yeah, Rogue.
Oh no, we
We're-
were talking about Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
said,
I actually wanted to go back really quick to
Okay,
Civil
go.
War. I saw the Civil War trailer again at the beginning of Star Wars, but at that time I was so consumed with Star Wars that I honestly didn't really care.
Yeah.
Like, that's the first time I've not been excited about a Marvel trailer. I saw it before I saw Star
Right.
Wars, which
we
was
watched it
okay.
3 times down here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
but it
Yeah.
was, I don't know, like, I wasn't excited for that movie trailer at that time because I was
Mhm.
like, I want to watch Star Wars. But
Batman
anyways,
v Superman is
they put out another trailer for that. I saw.
Is
I went
it-
to the 3D showing of Star Wars, and they had a
Is it
trailer.
a better trailer?
no, it's the same. It's
I like it.
Dude,
I liked
there's
it.
there's an edited recut version of the trailer
Yes.
that cuts Lex Luthor to be down to a minimal role but still funny, and cuts down all of the stupid spoilers to be not there, and it cuts it down by like a minute about. And that trailer actually got me more excited for the movie than the other one. because it was like it was a trailer that didn't have all the spoilers and kind of hyped a character.
They say that they didn't give away too much.
They gave away freaking what's his name?
Doomsday.
Which is like, even if he's not the main bad guy and they're trying to like red herring or whatever, you just be like, no, you can't.
The name of the movie is Batman v Superman. You should not be giving away other villains in the trailer. You should be focusing in on the fight between Batman.
Did you guys like that they threw Wonder Woman in there?
Yes, because we know that she's
That's
in the
cool.
movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Doomsday.
I feel like
I
felt like the line was
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was okay with her being in there.
I don't know.
She felt less cheesy to me than I thought she would.
The line felt cheesy. She did not feel cheesy. Her
I wish she with you.
Oh,
I thought she was
I know what
with
movie
you.
I'm excited for. Laser Team.
Hey,
Rooster Teeth.
right, yeah. I
Sorry,
forgot that was coming out.
can't wait to get that on Blu-ray.
Yeah. I know.
And really later in the year, in November,
What is it?
Doctor Strange.
Yes, I've been seeing some stuff
Yes.
online. Did you see
I've seen
the
some
poster
pictures
or
and
not the poster
stuff and all
the
that nonsense? Yeah, where he's
magazine?
Like, yeah, and then he's doing the.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard a lot of things that they've been saying. It's going to really play up the mystical elements.
If you
want to
watch stuff about comic books, I think it's YouTube channel. I think it's Comic Storian or something like that.
Mhm.
He does DC and Marvel stuff, but it's always fun, and he always tries to do the most recent stuff or the stuff that's gonna be based off the movies are based off.
Oh,
of.
also Suicide Squad.
I'm
Yeah,
excited, but I'm not.
super excited about that.
Both
I feel
of
like
those movies, if they're bad, I'm just gonna check out of DC completely. Like their movies, I'm just gonna be like, I don't care.
I kind of agree with that.
It's like Batman v Superman, and I think that they know
Hey,
that it's make or
when
break,
does-
but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to
When does Ragnarok
do
come
it
out?
well. 2017.
yeah.
And that's gonna be a
That's
buddy movie
sad.
with Thor and Hulk, which is
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
That's sad. That needs to be next year
I agree.
or this year. Oh gosh.
I feel like there's
Oh,
so
wow,
many
it is
more
from
movies
System.
coming out
We
that
need
I've
to-
seen trailers for that I can't remember right now. A Jungle Book. The trailer for that actually didn't
It
look
does-
too terrible.
Is it
I
a
mean,
live action?
Zoolander
Yeah.
2.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
I think
going
that's
back to
gonna be
Jungle Book,
funny.
John Favreau's directing that, and I love John Favreau.
Yeah.
I honestly
Oh,
don't know who John.
he
Favreau
He
is.
directed the first two Iron Man movies,
Ooh,
Yeah,
the first
I s-
one's good.
and Cowboys and Aliens,
Yeah.
which
That
that
is a
movie was.
I liked
it's a
it.
fun
I
movie,
liked it.
and that's all it is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Agreed.
that was
Exactly.
that was a
Agreed.
barroom.
Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig kicking
Dude,
some
okay,
alien butt.
no,
is
that was a
fun.
barroom bet of can you make a movie out of anything? Yeah, I can make a movie out of anything. Cowboys, give me two characters, a cowboy and an alien. All right, give me $100 million. We're gonna make a movie.
yeah.
Give me a
Hunt-
budget. Let's do
Shoot,
this.
what
Yeah,
is
it
this?
was.
The
It was fun.
Huntsman, A Winter's. And then it's like ... because the title's too long for the website.
Same. I
What?
think it's too long
Gosh dang it.
for the website.
Oh, Winter's War, The Huntsman. It's like
Oh, I didn't see the first one. Don't care.
I like
Huntsman?
Chris Hemsworth as an actor, so that kind of is cool.
Yeah, but I like
When's the
him
next
as
James Bond
Thor
come out?
and not much else.
Spectre's already out.
No, the next one.
I don't know.
Well, they haven't even cast it. It's not going to be Daniel Craig.
They're
again.
gonna do a next one. It might as well be next year.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're gonna change much.
Gosh.
Oh, the new Bourne's coming out this year.
Oh yeah, I saw the
Oh, there
picture.
is.
And,
Yeah.
and it was kind of the most depressing
who's in
picture
it?
ever because he was like, newborn picture, and it's just a picture.
it's just Matt Damon.
Matt
The
Damon.
Ratchet and
Which is
Clank
like-
movie's coming out.
which is
don't
cool.
care.
I mean, the picture of Matt Damon's cool, but it's like, I guess he is born, so this is a picture of
Yeah.
born, but it's like, honestly, you could have snapped a picture of him on the street in L.A., and I would have taken it as a born picture.
Woo, Bourne.
Okay, hey, really question, Ed. Are there any movies you're excited for? I feel like we've been kind of shutting you off.
Other than
Sharknado
Deadpool.
4. That's a good
Zoolander
excited.
2.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty
talk
much already
about
said
that. I mean,
Dude, do you know who else? Do you know who's in Zoolander 2?
Justin Bieber.
Will
And?
Justin Bieber.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, he is. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be
Yeah.
funny. I
Yeah,
hate his
agree.
character, but he's gonna be funny.
The new,
I just
uh,
without the eyebrows
it's
just gets to me.
creepy.
Like
It's
I'm okay
creepy.
with
Oh,
this.
that
I'm
is-
okay with his character and whatever he is, but like the eyebrows.
the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I'm
And-
super looking forward to that.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
the
surprised
first
by
one
that.
was not great, but it's such a
I
guilty
still wanna
pleasure
see it.
for
I
me.
wanna see it,
love
though.
it.
And then also
Like cocaine.
Finding Dory.
Right.
Warcraft. No, I don't know
Okay,
about that.
Okay,
but-
look at it like this. That movie is
Independence Day.
either going to make video game movies a thing, a constant thing,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to have every single
Well,
studio.
but same with
Oh.
Ratchet and Clank.
It's going to have every single studio either cash in or check out.
Yeah.
What, Finding Dory?
Assassin's
No.
Creed is
Warcraft.
supposed to come out either late 2016 or early
Oh,
2017.
yeah.
The thing is
Michael
Assassin's
Fassbender.
The thing is,
Michael
Assassin's
Fassbender.
Creed has enough money to ride on whatever
Yeah.
they want. So
Yeah.
they don't really have to worry about it.
Warcraft, the CGI looks great, and that's about all I'm going to
Okay.
say for that movie.
Okay. Star Trek Beyond.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to
excited
that.
for it.
Um,
I love the first 2 Star Trek movies.
Not looking forward to the new Ghostbusters reboot.
I didn't see
at all.
any of the
What?
first
Is there
Ghostbusters
trailers out for
movies,
that?
and I don't
No, but
I've seen
I'm
pictures.
just kind of. That's probably one movie where I'm
What's
kind of
his
pissed
name?
off that they're trying to reboot.
What's
it.
his name's in it though, so it's gonna be in.
Who?
Bill Murray?
He's in
No.
Chris
No,
Hemsworth.
no, he's not.
He's not?
Chris
Nope.
Hemsworth.
Really?
Yep, he's like a second.
They're rebooting
I
it,
guess Chris
and the
Hemsworth,
entire supporting cast. And I don't have a problem with this per se, but it's the fact that it's Ghostbusters, and I don't know. It just kind of bothers me a little bit, and it's not because of what you think, but the entire
sexist,
supporting
you
cast
pig.
is the entire main
You're gonna have
cast
Tumblr
is
attack us
women,
now.
and I'm just I don't know.
I don't know.
With a movie like
It is a
Ghostbusters,
series that I'm
I-
not sure
I don't
needs a
feel
reboot,
comfortable with
but in
What
the
do you
in,
mean?
but we're in the area
like
of
there's
we're in
all
the
the
era
guys,
of the
and that's
reboots
all.
though,
Yeah,
which means I think
reboots
Yeah,
and
that sounds
sequels
kinda
is all
weird.
that Hollywood does now. Honestly,
which
I mean, yeah,
which isn't a bad
Oh,
thing.
the
Necessarily.
BFG.
don't care.
What did you
the
say?
trailer actually
What
looked
is it?
good. The BFG.
Trailer didn't
What's
look
the?
that
What, does
great.
anybody
It
know what BFG stands for?
Nope.
No,
Best
it's a
friend.
Steven Spielberg
girl.
thing.
Okay,
I don't know.
I didn't watch much.
Uh, Somebody else talk.
I think there's not next year, but another Prometheus movie.
Oh, it's Alien Covenant. Or,
Oh, did you see the first one?
No.
Something.
Talk about depressing
neither.
and just like, oh.
I mean,
oh.
Aliens is supposed to.
Oh,
I haven't seen any of those movies.
we should play Isolation sometime.
the gosh dang it, Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts.
Oh,
and Where to
I haven't
Find
seen
Them.
any of the Harry Potter.
They were
movies.
actually pretty good. I liked
Yeah.
them.
You want to watch this sometime together?
Yes.
Okay, because I haven't.
You could watch them
Gone
with
through
me
anything.
because I've only seen like, not really.
Oh.
The 7th one, part 1.
Assassin's Creed comes out in December.
Just in time.
When
to
does Rogue One come
Just in
out?
time to ruin Christmas.
Rogue One comes out in December as well.
Wait,
Supposed
could
to come out
could
December
you
16th.
explain Rogue
Just
One
in time to
me?
save Christmas.
A heist movie of how they got the first Death Star plans.
It is the first Death Star plans.
Yes.
Just
It's an
in-
actual movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's-
it's,
it's
a Star Wars heist
pre
movie.
episode 4, like right before.
It's like
episode
Ocean's
4.
11, except joke. I have no idea.
It's
It might be. I have no idea.
it's supposed to be like a heist movie set in Star Wars.
Is Eddie Murphy in it?
No.
Oh. I thought it was supposed
Bill
to be
Murray?
funny.
No.
Bill Murray and Eddie Murphy.
That's
Two
all the
X-Wing
movies that I
pilots.
can think of right now. I mean, there's obviously going to be more to be
Right.
announced.
And we'll talk about those when we come out and see them.
But yeah, I mean,
What video games are coming out? Talked about that,
a
didn't
lot.
Did we talk about all those? We talked about
We
a
talked about a couple
majority
of
of
them.
them.
We talked about some of the ones that we're looking forward to.
What new
I can't
Wii,
think
what
of-
new Wii
What,
games
Ed?
are there?
I was just thinking,
There's the new Legend of Zelda.
what if they threw Nicolas Cage into the Star Wars movies and it was like Ray's dad? It was just like, the beast.
The one
For no
who-
good-
The bees, not the bees. Nah.
Dad, it's me. The beast.
We've been left behind.
wow.
He's just be
Wow.
like, what?
He's gonna turn
Oh,
into
Nick
he's gonna turn
Cage.
into Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Flaming Skull.
Oh, that's the new season of Daredevil comes out soon.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I
a
watched
bunch
it.
of
I love
other like
Daredevil. That was
Netflix
awesome.
originals
Yeah.
and stuff.
Swig. Swiggity swoo.
Yeah, Swagways are on fire. Quite literally.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's
can't-
enough for this episode.
Yep, I can't think of anything. I mean, thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Give us a review. Share the episode with your friends and family.
Thumbs down.
Follow us on Twitter.
Give
at
us the
Chocolate
worst
Dollar.
review you can.
Thank you guys.
And follow it up.
our
Have-
feelings are gonna be hurt.
Have a happy new year. And
All two of them.
yeah, bye.
Sports.
Thank you for listening to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Check in next time.